Good afternoon to you and welcome to Qnews. Let me here start by asking you, how significant is Samir Zgaga's call for the Lebanese leadership to strengthen the state authority in the context of Lebanon's current political and security challenges?
Good afternoon to you and the Qnews crew. Certainly the issue of Dr. Samir Zgaga's statement regarding Hezbollah arms disarmament, we all know that there is some sort of the American outrage with the issue of disarmament Hezbollah and delivery to the Lebanese state, and it seems that U.S. started to get worried about. And that was clear through Israeli messages as Netanyahu has hit the Beirut at the eve of Eid al-Adha. As long as Hezbollah is still rebuilding their capabilities under the pretext and there is storages of manufacturing the drones within Beirut, we all know that the issue of the arms is the obstacles before the Lebanese state, and for that the Lebanese state should deal as responsibly to remove Hezbollah from the shoulder of the Lebanese state, and as they are not going to isolate themselves. And I think with respect to Hezbollah, as he signed the 1701, the ceasefire agreement, along with the Shiite parties for the ceasefire that gives the right to Israel to strike Lebanon anytime. So the Lebanese government and President Aoun are executing what the Shiite signed through the agreement. I think there is a greater change in the Middle East, and we should go in line with such a change in the Middle East region, as we've seen Lebanon's returning to the Arab fold, and also we've seen the eve of Eid. We've witnessed great numbers of tourists from the Arab countries as they headed into Lebanon, and as it is the tourism season, and such a strike has reiterated Lebanon with respect to the economy and tourism. And we thought that there is some sort of a calm, but by Israel hitting review to ignite the escalation in Lebanon. And
let me here ask you, Mr. Nehme, from your point of view, what could be the practical and realistic steps that could be taken by Lebanon through definitely the international law and all the international mechanisms to address those repeated Israeli strikes while at the same time maintain its sovereignty?
Firstly, Lebanon should exert its pressure in the international arenas on the negotiators and the sponsor of the agreement, such as the US and France, to issue a resolution to fully implement the ceasefire agreement, meaning the withdrawal of Israel of the 5 strategic points in Lebanon, delivering the prisoners and stop the violations, and that would we know, and at the same time as Lebanon is a pressure in this direction, but America is very much up to with respect to the laying out the arms of Hezbollah, and America knows that the brokers, or rather the Shiite Jews, have already signed the ceasefire agreement, and today when the Shiite laying out a new equation with respect to the withdrawal of the strategic point and the withdrawal of Israel, which is considered as a violation of the agreement. Hezbollah should know what exactly they want today. If they want for Lebanon to have a state or to be a disruptive instrument before the path of the Lebanese state. And in the meantime, if they are capable to retaliate Israel, let them do so.
From your point of view, what kind of message does Israel send by continuing its military aggression, particularly after the November 2024 ceasefire and right after the ceasefire?
ما هي
إسرائيل طبعا عم ترسل
Israel sending messages in different directions. Firstly, in this time is a message for the President that you have received the foreign minister of Iran, which isn't allowed. So the second message that you should, meaning the president, for Hezbollah to deliver or to surrender their arms, and you should provide this throughout all the Lebanese terrorists, whether they are from the Palestinian or from the Hezbollah members. And the third message to the US that I'm fully prepared, even though if there are ongoing negotiations with US and Iran, I'm prepared to settle the situation in Lebanon as they consider this matter that the more the arms are still in Lebanon, so that the more escalation is going to happen. So there is a 5-member committee as a rejected from the Lebanese army inspected the buildings for the warehouses of the manufacturing drones, and when they wanted to complete their mission, Israel has rejected this mission.
To which extent do you think Israel's actions and aggression is hindering Lebanon in its efforts to rebuild the state and rebuild the state authority and pursue the peaceful solutions?
Israel Or I wanted to say that Lebanon has already sent a complaint for the 5-member committee. So if with that way, Israel will stop its aggression, and for the Israel insisted for the arms to be monopolized by the Lebanese state, but leaving the door open. Israel's message is that they will be having no security in Lebanon as long as Hezbollah still possess their arms. And Hezbollah is bidding to the Iranian-US negotiation to get some gains. If Hezbollah is waiting for such a negotiation to come out through which some gains, that means that they are heading for an expanded war by Israel. And I think, as happened the day before yesterday, they made that Lebanon is now open for run for more escalation. So I think for Hezbollah to provide concession and to spare Lebanon another war, as Lebanon cannot live or be exposed for a daily basis killing, and to complete the ceasefire agreement. So this is not acceptable.